Next, I want to talk about what are the tips for writing a good book. And here are the tips. First, do differentiating book writing from article writing. Article writing is very much restricted. Book writing, you have a lot more flexibility, so you need to keep this in mind. When you write a book, you can provide a lot more information which is otherwise not allowed or privileged in article writing. Second, do organize your ideas at the macro, meso, and micro levels for book writing at different levels. And three, do consider how to organize conceptual content into different parts or themes or topics. And four, do entertain readers with interesting anecdotes in book writing. I'll show you this later. And five, do avoid writing a book chapter based on one journal article alone. This will get yourself into trouble because you want to pass the similarity checkup. Having said all of this, let's continue to explore what is special about writing a book chapter. In some ways, a book chapter in an edited book is similar to an academic research article, but it usually presents a summary of empirical findings and theoretical viewpoints the author has developed over the past few years or even decades on a topic under discussion. And it is like a monograph by which a writer is allowed to include more detailed information that is not usually privileged in a regular research article. Monograph, that means you have a lot more you can write. So that's about a book chapter. Remember I told you you should try to include some interesting anecdotes or stories in your writing? In journal articles, you cannot do this. In books, you can do this. And here is example. See the example that I provide in the humor book that I wrote. Well, it reads, when Confucius and his disciples traveled to the state of Yan, he was stopped by a little boy named Xiang Tuo. Having heard that Confucius was the best scholar in the country, Xiang Tuo asked him 4 riddles. What's the fire without smoke? What water is without fish? What hill is without rocks? What tree has no branches? Confucius thought for a while and replied, wherever there was fire, there was smoke. Wherever there was water, there were fish. Wherever there was a hill, there are rocks. Wherever there was a tree, there were branches. And Xiang Tuo laughed and replied, Lump's ride has no smoke. Wild water has no fish. A small hill has no rocks. And that tree has no branches. Impressed by Xiang Tuo's wit, Confucius told his disciples, if you do not keep on learning, you will never know when a youngster like this will catch you up. Did you get the story? This is actually what Confucius said. 后生可畏 meant. You know the story, and you do not know 后生可畏 refer to whom. Now you know it's Xiang Tuo. And I put this story into my book to entertain the audience. When we talk about humor or creativity, we name some interesting stories that have been recorded in history or elsewhere. In journal article writing, you can never have the luxury or the flexibility of incorporating or including this into the texts. But in book writing, you can do it. All right, having said all of this, I want to recommend this to you. It's called thematic writing. Thematic writing refers to writing that is focused on special or particular themes. It allows the writer to search for all relevant information and organize them at different levels. Book or book chapter writing gives writer more freedom to do thematic writing. Here I give you an example of a micro level structure. meso level structure and a micro level structure. I don't have to read all this to you, but I hope you'll keep in mind when you organize your writing, you can organize ideas at these three different levels. I also want you to keep in mind the craft and draft writing. Specifically, book writing can be very challenging and painstaking. It drives the writer to constantly group and regroup his ideas around a theme or a topic to make them look increasingly coherent and logical. In so doing, a writer is perfecting his or her skills of craft and draft writing to make the final perfection. So keep on working and keep your momentum. And I wish you good luck. Finally, as I said earlier, writing requires calm and focused attention. So choose a suitable place and block off periods of time. This allows you to complete your planned tasks and prevents you from being easily exhausted or disturbed of writing. I wish you good luck.